Hello again. Now tonight I'd just like to show you my Chris Farley collection. I've got some of his films on Blu-ray, not many because he didn't make many, and the rest are on DVD. Most of them I think are on, it's about even, I think, even amount on each, I think, roughly. So I mean, if you don't know Chris Farley, he was a very popular comedian stroke actor who didn't make many films, like I say, but he passed away sadly in 1997, allegedly of a drugs overdose. I believe I read the story about it in the National Enquirer when it happened, and it said he was with some hookahs or something. He often used to hire hookahs apparently, and he was supposed to be doing cocaine with some hookahs the night he passed away, unfortunately. I was really sad when he passed away. Obviously, I was a big fan of him, you know. I still am, and I always buy his films. I've got most of them, but there's one in particular that I haven't got. There might be some others I might have missed, but I haven't got Almost Heroes, the one he made with Matthew Perry. Anyway, these aren't in the right order. They're nearly in the correct order, but not quite, I don't think. But the first one he appeared in, and he isn't the main actor in all of these films. Some of his earlier roles, he just had like small parts in them. But the first one he appeared in that I've got here isn't necessarily the first one he appeared in, but it's the first one I've got to show you that he appeared in. Was Coneheads. And this film starred Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin, and I'm not sure what her name is, played the daughter, but he played the boyfriend of the daughter in this film, and he was really funny in this film, as he always is. So this was a really good one. This is on Paramount Pictures home video, and this is the UK DVD version of it. You can still get this, I think. I'm not sure if it's out of print, actually. I didn't check. I think you can still get it. I'm not sure how much it is, though. But that's the first one I've got here that he appeared in. And the next one's a triple pack, but with two other films that he isn't in, but he's in this last one here. And this one is Airheads. He appeared. I haven't actually watched Airheads, but he is apparently in it somewhere. Yeah, I just checked it out on IMDb. He's definitely in that one, with Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi. So I'll have to watch that one at some point. And this is, like I say, a triple pack, also containing Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Dude, Where's My Car, which I've also got on Blu-ray. I've got several copies of this Dude, Where's My Car on DVD, actually. So that's that one. That's Airheads. The next one he had a small part in was this one, which is on Blu-ray, which is Wayne's World 2. He played like a roadie. I forget his exact name offhand, but he was a roadie in this one, and yet again he was really funny in this part. But he wasn't in the film that much. He was in the film just here and there, you know. But this is another good movie with Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. If you haven't seen it, good sequel to Wayne's World. And here's the back cover of this one. And Garth gets a girlfriend in this one, if you haven't seen it. Well, sort of. He's sort of like, I'm getting off the subject a bit, but Garth in this film ends up having some sort of sexy sort of scenes with Kim Basinger, which are interesting, to say the least. And he first meets her in the laundrette. But Chris Farley isn't in those scenes anyway. So anyway, that's Wayne's World 2 on Blu-ray. That's a Region A import. If anyone's interested, you can still pick it up, but it's not that cheap at the minute. I got this quite cheap, second hand, but it seems to have gone up in price lately. I haven't seen any cheap second hand copies of it knocking about. The next one he's in is just another small part, and that was this one, which is Billy Madison with Adam Sandler. And this is a double feature with Happy Gilmore as well. Region A import, US import. In this one, he played the bus driver with all the kids bus driver, the school bus. And he was really funny in this as well. And there's a scene where he's dancing around in a field full of flowers, I think it was, like he was high on something. That was a good scene as well. So he's really good in this one. He's good in all the films, you know. And I'm a bit biased because I'm a big fan of his. So even if some people think a film's particularly bad by him, I still like it. I still think all these films are great, you know. So there's the back cover of that one. Not the best back cover, but there's a couple of little pictures on it. And this comes on 2 discs if anyone's interested in picking this up. It's not both films crammed on 1 disc. Although sometimes when they put 2 films on 1 Blu-ray, a lot of the time the quality's still great because they use a dual layer Blu-ray disc, so the compression is still quite high. So the picture quality, it doesn't really suffer for it, you know. But anyway, that's Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, but he's not in that one, of course. The next 3 are the ones that he starred in. I've only got 3 more. And these are all ones that he was the main actor in, alongside, well, 2 of them he starred alongside David Spade. And the 2 of them became like a comedy double act for a while. And the first one I've got here, the ones he starred in, is this one, which is Tommy Boy. This one was a really big hit, actually. Probably launched his career a bit into the big time, you know, as far as I'm aware anyway. And this film's really hilarious. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth checking out. David Spade looks a bit different in these films with Chris Farley, because normally these days he either has a mustache or a beard, or like a goatee or something going on, you know. But in these films he's clean shaven with really short hair, well, quite short hair anyway. And like I say, it's a really good film. And Rob Lowe's in this film as well, and Brian Dennehy, and Dan Aykroyd pops up near the end, and also Bo Derek as well. So quite a few famous actors in this film. Brian Dennehy plays Chris Farley's dad in this film. But there's some really good scenes, including the bit. Actually, I think this film's kind of influenced by Planes, Trains and Automobiles to some extent, because they're on the road driving a lot in a car, and the car ends up in a right state because of a deer gets in the car and tramples it to bits and stuff, which is really funny. And it's similar to the scenes in Planes, Trains and Automobiles where the car goes on fire because John Candy drops a cigarette inside the car and it bursts into flames at some point, and they don't realise there was a lit cigarette inside the car. So some similarities, I think, between this and Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and the 2 sort of main stars are like similar to John Candy and Steve Martin, sort of, you know, the large guy and the slimmer guy, you know, the straight guy and the more funny bigger guy type of thing, you know. But anyway, this is a really good film. I'll just show you the disc, which is nothing special, no artwork whatsoever, and one of these incredibly ridiculous eco-friendly cases, which I hate, of course. And there's the neighbour shouting their heads off. That's all you need. Anyway, so that's Tommy Boy on Region A Blu-ray, and this is also on Paramount Pictures. The next one is another film he made with David Spade, and that's this one, which is Black Sheep, also on Region A Blu-ray US import. Another really good film. David Spade himself has admitted on several occasions that he doesn't think that this film is that good. Well, I've seen him say it before. I don't know whether he still believes that to this day. He used to say he did 2 movies with Chris Farley. One was a good movie called Tommy Boy, and then he goes in another one called Black Sheep, as if to say Black Sheep wasn't funny and the other one was. But this film is really funny as well, and there's a good scene where Chris Farley falls down a hill, and he's rolling and rolling and tumbling all the way down the hill. It's really funny, like. And there's a bit where the house gets hit by it. They're in this like this wooden house, like shack type thing out in the middle of nowhere on a hill. Is it on a hill? Yeah, it must be on a hill. And a bird lands on this big boulder, and it knocks the boulder off its perch, and the boulder comes bounding down the bank and hits the house, and the house starts leaning over and sliding or something like that. And they're like in the house, and they're sort of like trying to walk, like leaning over, like because the house is on a slant, and they're trying to walk and stuff. It's really funny though. And Tim Matheson also stars in this film as well. And also Gary Busey appears in this film for a few scenes as well. Gary Busey. And for those of you that don't know, Gary Busey appeared on Celebrity Big Brother over here in the UK a few years ago, and he was really funny on it. Really funny indeed, actually. He stole the show on that edition of Big Brother, I tell you. I'll just show you the back. Some nice pictures on the back of this one. Chris Farley on the phone. There's Gary Busey. David Spade after he's got covered in something. And there's Tim Matheson down there. Tim Matheson's perhaps most famous for starring in Fletch with Chevy Chase, playing bone cancer. Alan Stanwyck. What's that other picture? Oh, that's the two of them when they're in the house, when it's on the slant, I think, when it's falling down the hill or something. So I'll just show you the disc on this one, and this one's also on Paramount Pictures. And I'm not sure if these are region free or region A locked. I haven't tested them. There's another basic disc with no artwork and the stupid eco-friendly case again. They're dead flimsy, these eco-friendly cases. I don't know what they were thinking by producing these. I really don't like. Anyway, the last one I've got to show you was the last film that Chris Farley made, and this one's only been released on DVD for some reason. There's no Blu-ray. I wish it would come out on Blu-ray. I don't know why there's no Blu-ray, but it's the only one. Well, the only one that he starred in. He was the main actor. That hasn't been released on Blu-ray. Well, no, there was another one as well, Almost Heroes, with Matthew Perry starred in that. And that hasn't been released on Blu-ray either. But this one was probably more popular, and that is Beverly Hills Ninja. And this is the Region 1 US import version. And it's a really good film. And it also stars Nicolette Sheridan. And for some bizarre reason, she doesn't feature on the cover. Which is a bit, they could have sold the film better if she was pictured on the cover as well, I think. Because she's easy on the eye, shall we say. And also Chris Rock pops up in this film for a little bit as well. And who else? Can't think. But there's some really funny scenes in this film. Like, there's a scene where Chris Farley's pretending to be somebody else, and he keeps mimicking the guy he's supposed to be. He's like trying to behave like how the guy behaved, and he keeps saying, "Nice, was it? Nice jacket. Who shot the couch?" or something like that. And this film's got the full screen and the widescreen version of the film on, which they don't actually do anymore with DVDs, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they don't. And it's one of those discs where it's a double-sided disc, and the full screen version's on one side, and the widescreen version's on the other side. I hate those type of discs, actually, because you can never tell which side the widescreen version's on, the one you want to watch. It's printed really small on the ring in the middle, and you have to, get a magnifying glass out to read it. It's ridiculous. It used to be to get some that were on dual layer discs, where the full screen and the widescreen version were all on one side of the disc. They were better. But it's a pity, because they should have done that with Blu-rays as well. Maybe include widescreen and, well, not necessarily widescreen and full screen, but they should have included the widescreen opened up frame version, because some films are in CinemaScope ratio, full 2:3:5:1 ratio, and then sometimes they were framed for both, so they're framed for 1:8:5 or 1:7:8:1 and CinemaScope, and they were shot for both. So there were some versions like they show on television sometimes where the frame's being opened up on the other version, so it fills the whole of your TV screen, I wish sometimes they would put both aspect ratios on the Blu-rays, you know, in some cases. That would be handy, really handy actually. But they don't do that, of course. It's a pity, like, but never mind. So this film, like I say, also stars Nicolette Sheridan, who he has to go on a... He's doing a job for her, looking for somebody or something. I forget exactly what the exact reason was. But she hires him to help her, you know. And he's a ninja, of course, and he's jumping through the air and doing all sorts of ridiculous fancy moves and stuff, and smashing through walls and windows and jumping out of windows and on cars and all sorts of stuff. He certainly threw himself around a lot, shall we say, Chris Farley. I think that's one of the reasons why he was so popular. He had no fear. He's kind of large build, and he just used to hurl himself all over the place. You know, he didn't care about hurting himself. He didn't appear to. Doing all of his own stunts, most of them, in fact. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, really, he must have injured himself quite a lot, because he really used to throw himself around in that, in his films and stuff. So this is the last film he made, and I think he actually passed away the same year as he made this film. So he must have just completed the film and pretty much passed away somehow a few months later. Very sad though, very sad indeed. I would have liked to see more films from him, you know, but that can't happen sadly. But we've still got David Spade though. He's still doing the films and stuff. That's good, at least. So anyway, that's pretty much all of my Chris Farley collection so far. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please give us a thumbs up? But obviously, as usual, if you didn't, please can you give us a thumbs down? And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to be updated when I upload new videos. And also, if you've got anything to say or ask us or anything at all, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay? So, and also, if possible, could you share this video if you don't mind somewhere on Facebook or wherever? You don't have to, obviously. It's just if you don't mind doing that, it'd be very helpful for us, and I'll be very grateful. So thanks very much in advance anyway, and thanks very much for watching this video, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. So bye for now.